Hi everyone and welcome back again to Queenette at DBC VODCAST. My name is Queenette at DBC and today I have here with me a special guest, Dr. Omotayo Oniya. Welcome again to our platform.
Thank you for having me.
It's nice meeting you. It took me a while to get you here. Even this morning I was calling him, Doctor, where are you? Doctor, where are you? You're not coming again. I was panicking at one point, to be honest, because I was thinking you're not going to show up and I'm already here at the studio. But thank you for not disappointing.
No problem.
So how have you been?
Well, I've been everywhere. Uh, as the nature of my job is, I used to be on calls most of the time. And like you said, this when you are calling me for the program, I was already downstairs. I was on international call because of the time difference. So I just have to target what time will they be where they are, and just have to finalize whatever I want to discuss over the phone. So thank God for technology that we are all in a global world now. You can be here in UK and I ask with people in America, in Brazil, in Nigeria.
And were you able to finalize it?
Yes, thank God for that.
The international call needs to pay me because the reason why you were late for our appointment. But that's fine. I forgive you. You're here and that's what matters. You know, one thing I've always wanted to talk about is a lot of people complain about marriages in diaspora. That even when you've been married for so many years back home, the moment you guys step on the plane and arrive here in diaspora, the marriage is not going to survive. It takes some people, if they even stay together for 5 years, it takes the grace of God. Which is like, I need to talk about this thing. I don't want you to be from a woman's perspective because people think we women, most times, we talk based on our emotions. We reason, we react based on emotions. So I don't want you to be like, oh, it is emotion based. I want to hear from a man's point of view. Why do you think marriages in diaspora does not last?
Well, there are many factors to that, and I will use a relative example that are very close to me. Number one factor is about if they are not setting their priority right from living wherever they want to come from to the diaspora, are they going there to settle or they are going there for the purpose of the future of the children they are going to have or the children they have already had? One, two, what's going to be the sharing arrangement of work and family?
But do you think all these things are not in place when they are in Nigeria? Why does it have to be things changes when they move back to diaspora?
There's no arrangement like that. In fact, let me say, majority of people, 85% of them, when they are living, they always have the end goal of, I want to go to overseas for greener pasture, but what and how they are going to go about it, they don't plan for that. And there's no project that you have the blueprint in your mind and without laying down the plan of how to get that blueprint in imaginary into action, into something physical. So I want to travel. Okay, when you get there, how does the place going to look like? What is going to be obtainable? The opportunity that is different here in overseas or diaspora is really, really totally opposite of where they are coming from. So they have not tested the other side of the world for them to know what is obtainable, they have to get prepared and what is actually the law that guys do's and don'ts there. So when they get here or any part of the overseas, it looks straight to them, it takes them time to adapt and they tend to forget where they are coming from, thinking the mentality and way of life of living there is going to be obtainable. It's totally different.
Do you know what I think is? I think for me, from my own point of view, I think it's because, back home, men are made to be like, we have this ideology or this mentality that men are the providers.
Yes.
And because of that, men tend to obtain their authority over their family, their leadership through the providing role that, okay, yes, because I'm providing, they feel this kind of kinship that, yes, I have authority and all of that. And then now moving back to diaspora, we all know here in diaspora, most times the woman might even be the one to get the job first.
Yes.
And because the man is unable to provide anymore, and a man that the only thing he knows how to do is just to provide, he doesn't know how to do any domestic chores or cooking or whatever, all of that thing. And that gives him authority because he's providing, putting a roof above, providing shelter and all of that. So moving to a place whereby it's your wife that had to get the job first. She's not the one providing. And we have this mentality of the person that provides is the leader.
Yes.
You get what I mean? So automatically, the woman also is going to be like, I have a right to some certain extent, especially in diaspora where we know that the women have rights as well. In some, when it comes to relationship, it's like they practice kind of 50-50 kind of thing. So the woman also have the right. So if it's not like, oh, I also have the right, I'm not, especially now that I'm the one providing, the household depends on our income. They tend to feel some kind of a little bit, the men start to feel like, I've lost my power. They feel threatened by the woman because the woman is now the one providing. And because of that, any little thing that happens in a household, I think it becomes triggered. That, oh, is it because you are the one providing? Is it because you are the one now rich or blah, blah, blah? Or let's now assume that, okay, the woman is working, the man is also working, because we can hardly see, especially in African community, we can hardly see a household whereby the man is the only one taking full responsibilities of the household. It is always rare. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Yes, it does. But it is rare. We can hardly see that. Most times it is always either the man is working, the woman is also working. They are either sharing the bills 50-50 or 60-40 or 7. But the woman also contributes to the household. And because the woman now feels that I am contributing now, I also have a say. You cannot boss me around like you used to be. We are equals, we are partners here. And I think because of that, African marriages are struggling to survive. Yes.
Like I said, it all boils down to planning of where we are going in diaspora. What do we want to do? Like I said, the system that operates in the overseas is meant for people living in overseas. For instance, the white people. We have our culture, which is embedded in our norms and values. Like you have rightly said, that man is the main person that has been ordained by God to provide. He's there in the Quran, he's there in the Bible. And looking after the children, the domestic chores, is a job on its own. I always tell people around me that, look, don't overestimate or underrate women that, oh, what kind of job are they doing? Shouting, going after children, not to harm themselves, it's a job on its own. It's not easy. And because of that, when the table switched, because of the way this system has been made in the Brazil, it becomes very strange and abnormal for the men that I'm supposed to be the one working. Even if the man is working, depending on kind of work, and the woman is more opportune to have work that is any more. Remember, they both live in the same roof. I used to listen to some women, maybe in the church community or even in the social community, like they used to say, let me say it's a joke, or some they take it seriously that my money as a woman is my money, and your money as a man is our money. It's like that because there's this proverb in my own community, or let me say Yoruba language, that says, if you give a woman money to go to market, don't expect any change, because she believes that o ere lobìnrin máa ń jẹ lẹ́yìn ọjà. So she can give you account of what she buys or whatever, but she will not tell you this is the change. Even if she tells you this is the remaining balance, don't collect it from her, because she will always, women are always in need of many things that they want. And there's difference between needs and wants. Needs are necessity. Want is, I might have it, I might not. Let me just put it because of that I'm doing it. So men that don't understand that emotional aspect of finance coupled with needs of women will mistake things together and they'll filtrate it.
So do you now agree, like let's say this, that do you agree that a man is meant to be the sole provider? Like, do you agree that?
I agree that partially.
Okay.
But coming to the way the system runs in overseas, is not 100% obtainable.
Okay.
But if both of the party, the husband, the wife, can come to understanding, let me digress a little bit. We have, because of how our society is now, we have people that are same sex, that they are into relationship, like for instance the community of LGBT. Have you ever thought of it that how did they run bills in their home?
That's a big one. I've never actually. Yeah, that's true.
So
But I think the person, because I would say friend, I once have an acquaintance that is,
yeah,
bi kind of a thing. And the way I think works, I think it works like straight relationship as well, based on my observation and what she usually tells me, because she's lesbian. So the person that is claiming to be the man in the relationship tends to be the provider.
Which means it's still the same thing. The place of understanding must come to play.
Yes.
That okay, if you are the man, then you must be the one going out to bring money. I also have other things to secure the house and see how the money goes.
Yeah,
so
I think
it's
a
a thing
lot
of
of time is
understanding.
when men ask this question, what do you bring to the table for a woman? I find it disgusting because a lady already brings, I'm not talking about just slay queens or all of those irresponsible ones, but a real woman, a good woman already brings so much to the table already.
Yes.
Our presence alone is bringing to the table, is the table.
Yes.
I think the woman herself is the table.
Yes.
There's no like what you bring, because I am the golden table.
It's a frustrated statement,
Exactly.
born out of insecurity
Exactly.
and lack of understanding.
Exactly, because I feel a good woman, the moment she's entering your life, we have this ability or this instinct to be able to see what is wrong and what we think needs adjustment. It doesn't mean we are 100% right. It doesn't mean you as a man also, when you come into my life, you don't see the things that need adjustment. But I feel a real woman already knows we have to complement each other. It is not just about draining my partner. It is about supporting my partner emotionally. It is about being a good mother to our children. Because this childbirth of a thing is scary. It's not easy. I have 2 children, and trust me, I can tell you it is terrifying. If anyone tells me about pregnancy again, I'm gonna run, because what? Going through labor and all of that, it's scary. It's something that you can never compare to anything on earth. A lot of women have died through childbirth. A lot of women have died during pregnancy. A lot go through sicknesses. Even some that even survived it, up till now they are still wearing diapers because of complications and all of that. Mine, I had emergency C-section for my first son. I spent about 3 weeks, if not close to a month, at the hospital because I had sepsis. So there's a lot of things. So I find it triggering when a man asks that, what do you bring to the table? Because I know I have much more to offer. It doesn't even have to do with money. Sometimes you having a shoulder to lean on when you're stressed is something. You having a woman that can tell you that, oh babe, I think we should do it like this is something. But I think majority of our African men are so stubborn. They want it their way. It is either my way or no way at all.
No, I will not agree to that. Not because I'm African or because I'm a man. I have a different opinion or perspective towards that. It's because I used to say I see every woman, including my mother, as a caretaker. Now, our understanding is this: a caretaker is not necessarily the owner of a project or a building or a business. This is a business prospect. I have the idea to progress this thing. I have a building, our property that I want you to help me look after it just like your own. The way you will do someone else's thing, do it as if it's yours. So any man saying, oh, what do you bring to the table, is because that man has not got to the realization stage of understanding that the embodiment, holistic being of the woman, God called them helpmate. If you don't give them the opportunity and commit things in their hand, you cannot see what they are bringing to the table. Even if you see them as, what can this woman offer? Have you ever put that person to test? Have you ever commit anything to that person's hand? Let's even see how the woman is going to handle it. So it's a thing of understanding. And understanding and age, they are 2 different things that doesn't run. Somebody might, for instance now, if I am not aware that that door over there is actually maybe restroom and there's no sign on it, I might be thinking it's another office. Which means looking at it, I can't overestimate and say, okay, I assume it should be office, but if I even open the door and see what is in there, that is what I'm saying, that every man must understand that every woman coming to my life is a new project that you have to work on. Don't assume you know this person until you start committing things with that person. In fact, you might be surprised that, oh, this woman can actually stand in my gap and perform even more than myself.
So do you believe in investing in your woman?
Yes, because they are all projects.
Is it from the girlfriend stage or until that person becomes? Because I've seen a lot of men that will say, I don't have the responsibility to take care of you as my girlfriend. I don't have to do anything for you until we become husband and wife. But I used to say things, if you don't show me that you're capable of taking care of me from the girlfriend stage, what is the assurance you'll be able to take care of me if I become your wife? Because relationship, courtship is where we get to know each other, our weakness and our strength, for me to know the things you're capable of doing and things you're not capable of doing. So if you are not being generous when we are dating, what gives me the assurance that you are going to be generous when we get married? Exactly. Because then, if you are not, if I just assumed, because you said I'm not yet your wife, and I get married to you, and then you are now still the same person, then people will be, I'll be looking at myself, they'll say, didn't you know that he was never generous before you get married to me? So I think, but a lot of men go with that ideology that I don't have to take care of you, I don't have to spend for you, even if I'm going to give you £1, that £1 must be used maybe towards transportation for you coming. So it must be something that they are gaining from, not just me giving to you because I feel you are my girlfriend and I need to spoil you. You get what I mean? So what do you think about that from a man's perspective?
I will use automobile industry as an example. Any car that is being made, that's a new car, they just don't bring it to the car finance for people to come and start buying. There is time of test run.
Yeah.
Now, at that time of test running the car, there's going to be different review. How does the gear work? How does the fuel consumption? All of these things. There's going to be a review so that they can do improvements. You can't just see a woman as a man and you want to jump into marriage with that person without knowing. Otherwise, we'll be living with a total stranger.
It's just like me. It's just like me saying to you, I can cook.
Yes.
But I'm not going to cook for you because you are not yet my husband. So how do you prove that I can actually cook if you've not actually tested my food?
That is it. So in that regard, a man can invite that woman. So say, look, you know what? We have a dating today, but it's going to be on a different level. This is going to be a food competition dating. I will go to market, we'll both go to market, we'll buy the food stuff, the grocery, we'll come home. You cook your food. Same delicacy, I cook my food, I eat your food, you eat mine.
But you know, some will not even reciprocate. Let's say, for example, I buy you a gift. I know relationship is not meant to be transactional, but if we are to be realistic with each other, we human beings in general, we do something because we expect some certain thing in return.
Yes.
If I'm showing you respect, if I'm showing you love, if I'm showing you care, I am doing that because I want the same thing from you. I want you to reciprocate the same thing. I'm not going to say, oh, because relationship is not transactional, I'll keep showing you love, care, and respect, and not get it in return, and you still expect me to stay. That is the way I do my thing because I know my worth. I know what I want, and if I'm able to give me what I want, I would rather walk away than for me to be crying and hoping that one day you are going. What if that one day never happened?
Yes.
What if it never comes into existence? So some people, regardless of how much love or respect you show them, because there's this ideology of treat people how you teach people how you want them to treat you. But I've come to the conclusion that someone who actually values you, who actually loves you and care for you and wants you in their life, will put in the effort to want to keep you and make you happy. You don't have to start teaching them how to love you. They would automatically figure these things out. That something is just like me holding this tablet now. I don't have to wait for this tablet to tell me don't smash me on the floor. I know because this tablet means so much to me. I'm going to be careful with it because I don't want it to break. I don't want to damage it. So I feel people who actually care about you will naturally put in the effort. You don't have to teach them. If I have to start teaching you how to love me, that means I'm never in your mind. I'm just an option to you. And people like that, no matter how hard you try to teach them, they will still not get it. They will still not reciprocate, and you'll still be the one at the losing end. So to me, I think relationship is give and take. People can say, oh, you are being transactional. I don't care. But I'm not putting in effort for me to be getting less. So if I'm putting in this effort, I expect this from you, and then I go this, we build it up. But when you are here and I'm here, and I'm here again, you are still going down, eventually I'll be tired and exhausted.
I think from my own perspective, to buttress your point and add up to it, so that we'll be on the same page for viewers to know that majority of men, they mistake some things about women. They don't actually know that women, they are a wonderful being that you need to study as if you are going to school. You don't assume, I'm going to university, I'm going to graduate as an economist, but you don't want to go through all the subjects. You need to pass all the subjects before you can be handed that certificate. Okay, now, marriage is the only institution in life that you will gain your certificate even before starting the course at all.
Yes.
Whatever answers, whatever grade you want the certificate to look like is in your hand. And it's not a one-way thing, it's a two-way thing. So my question to people, this is my only two advice, that what do you think women needs? Women needs time, they need attention, they need money, they need sex.
You see, anytime they talk about money, my head is always because I love money.
They need sex, they need protection, and they need to be provided and defended for. So those are the seven.
You didn't say the money twice.
No, because I know. There's something that people don't understand about women. The core factor of it is time and money. They are twins of the same.
I don't even think the money is the big thing for me. I think a woman who has actually worked on herself, because men have this ideology of the only thing a woman wants is money. No. For me, yes, money is important. I need to know you're financially stable. We are secure in that aspect. It's the thoughts that count. Let's say, for example, I'm complaining. I said, babe, and I saw this shoe. I really like this shoe. Even it's not that I cannot afford it, because my mother used to tell me, something you cannot afford yourself, never ask a man. So if I'm asking you for anything, it's something I can afford. So even when you tell me no, your papa no fit buy you, I can easily just I can just easily use my bank. Boom. See, you will be ashamed of yourself as a man. That, oh, shame on me. This girl can actually have. That is the way I live my life. So if I'm saying, babe, I saw this shoe and I actually like this shoe, I'm not expecting you to say, okay, I will buy everything, even if you cannot afford it. But I'm expecting you to like, so how much is the shoe? Oh, this shoe is about £150. But babe, I don't have £150 at this moment, but I've got £100.
At least you have seen.
You've shown that he shows that he cares about me. He wants to do something. Not that, okay, you saw this shoe that you like, go and buy it now. Or, okay, just close the topic like that and not say anything. Or just say, like, seriously, it shows that you don't even care about me. Because for me, I love to spoil my man. That is me. You're not even going to ask me for that thing before I do it.
Of course,
So I think it's not just the money, it's the trying or the effort that shows that, yes, this person actually cares. So if I'm complaining that, oh, babe, I want this thing, even if you cannot give me that whole thing, at least show some empathy that, I care about you. I cannot afford all of this thing, but I can give you some of it. It brings respect, but you're not doing anything. You're not contributing. That even some men are not even, they don't even know what it is to be emotionally available for their woman. They think it's just all about money. And we women, we are saying it every single day. It is not just all about money. There are other things involved. And I'm so happy that a man is saying this. So let's now go to, why do you think love ends in marriage? Why do you think people who actually love each other so much after marriage, they now fall out of love? Why do you think that happens?
everything in life, even if you're a professional or whatever you do in life, if there's lack of consistency, that thing is meant to come down. Yeah.
This Dr. Omotayo, you are fired today.
I'm talking out of experience anyway.
Really?
Yes, because women are all continuous projects. You can never end knowing them. And I used to tell people around me, including my friends and acquaintances, say, look, listen, if your wife or your spouse or your girlfriend or your fiancé tells you, I miss you and I love you, that word love, they might not understand the fullness of it. But the word miss, M-I-S-S, what does it mean? What did you see, there's this thing that we call memory. If you don't have memory that you share together, you don't create something that woman missed you for, that you have both done together in the time of bonding. Bonding is a continuous thing. Then that what you are saying to that woman is a lie. You say, oh, you miss your spouse, your wife, your girlfriend, and you are not calling. That statement is not true. You must be able to create a memory, good memories. That, oh, where have you been? What did you did last that person is actually missing? Just mere word is not enough. Actions must always back up that word.
Exactly. For me, I don't. If you tell me something, as much as I love words, hearing good things from my man, if he doesn't back it up with actions, eventually I start seeing that man as a liar.
Of course.
And I don't trust him anymore. Yeah. If you tell me, babe, I'm going to take care of you, babe, and I'm not seeing you do it, I'll feel like you are just telling me that to deceive me.
Of course.
So if you are saying words, back it up with action. So and I agree with
men, you should always try to create fantasies for your girlfriend, your wife.
This man is a bad boy.
That you miss you about. It's not just about text. You can, as adults as they are, take them to cinema. I watch cartoon as I am. Wow. Yeah. I've dated somebody that has children before, and I said, you know what? If I don't love you, I won't transcribe the love and transfer it to these children. For the sake of your love and what I have interest about you, I want to be like these children. Let's go and watch cartoon together. We went to cinema in Berry. Wow. We watched cartoon. We all laughed. All of the attention in the cinema was looking at us. We wear the same clothes. We are like attention. Wow. So that kind of a thing, if you tell the woman, even if you travel, you are not there, you are at work, happy by missing. That word will first stick and shoot a love arrow into their heart and quickly reflect back to the last thing you did. Women, they are moved with what they hear. Women, they move with what we see. Always back your words with action.
And when there's no other actions, it's going to lead to separation. And yeah, I get it. And now the last question before we end it for today is going to be, do you think it is possible for a man that claims he loves you to stay 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks without calling you, all because you guys have a little misunderstanding? No. Because I feel like love is kind, love is patient, love is like a lot of things. So if you claim you love me, or if I even though I'm angry, I'm upset with my man, I'm still gonna cook for you.
Of course.
I'm still going to do the things I'm meant to do. I want you to be okay so that we can continue the argument.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say because we are having a misunderstanding and I'm going to neglect you. That is not me. So I feel like, because this now is from my own personal experience, like, you claim you love someone, and when you are the one always calling, eventually it feels exhausting.
Of course.
So does it make sense that...
It doesn't make sense. Love is a two-way thing. Now, there's what we call individual differences. You are coming from a different background, different family. I am coming from different. If we are not coming to a place of reconciliation and at a click point where there are some things I have to compromise and leave for your sake so that I can understand you, I can be in you, you can be in me. They say love is within, from the inside. But if I've not been in you, I don't know much about you. And even though if we have disagreements, don't let... From my personal experience, everybody, listen to me, all viewers all over the world. If you are angry with somebody, especially female, your wife, your girlfriend, your fiancé, don't let it tarry beyond 24 hours. That's happened to me before. I'm angry about my spouse then, and I said, look, I have decided I'm not talking to you. I knew she's craving for me to say some sweet words I need to say. So when she's talking to me, I was just nodding, I was humming, all this kind of thing. And when I want to talk to her, I write what I want to write in the paper.
I actually love that. That's so
I write
cute.
it on the paper and I left it on the bed. I left it on the table. She read it. It's still form of communication, but that same words you want to hear from me to say it, I won't say that. And she later realized, and that's it. And what are we fighting about? I said, I don't like you dressing. You say you're like slave queen, you are beautiful, you want to dress. The first person, even if you are an attention seeker, women, they like to be, acknowledged and fine. Listen, they love those sweet words, but I am the first person you are slaying.
But I think that if a man does not like, let's say you don't like Mahafa, take her to the store.
That's what I did. I take her to the store. I said, do you love this clothes? Do you love this one? Do you love... Oh, you picked it. Then immediately when we got to, I set all those clothes I complained about on fire. So she can't even talk. Because already I've done the needful. I even promised, I said, even if you want bags, perfume to join with another set, if you want to go back. She said, are you serious? Am I going to do this? Yes, I'm going to do it. Because that's a loving way to actually suit and train our emotion to suit what I want. Not about shouting or domestic violence.
I hate it when my man shouts it at me like, and it makes me feel like I'm not a child, I'm an adult. But when you tend to correct me in loving way, like, you are still my woman, all this, it makes me feel kind of good that, okay, he actually cares about me. That's why I say. But if you are trying, because some men, they just want, I'm a man, I'm this.
No, it doesn't work that way. Every man always see their wife, no matter how adult or how old they are, as their first small baby. The baby will not see them as if they are innocent. For instance, if a baby poo on the body now, and then you use those poo to rub on their body.
Are you going to throw away the baby?
No, you will even take the baby, you take to the bath, you bath the baby. You will not throw the baby and the bath away. You take off the baby and throw the water of that dirt away. And you still clean them. So that's the loving way.
And you still love that baby and still
yeah.
Like today, it was so nice. It was so loving meeting you, and I am so happy. Like you are here because I get a lot of things from you, and I'm very sure only a stupid man will not pick any. Because some people, they are so adamant in their ways that no matter what you say, they will still know. They are just there, like this is me. This is where I want to be. And I feel like in this life, in order for you to grow, you must be willing to learn and relearn. So if you don't have that ability to do those things, you're going to be stuck.
Of course.
And I think.
And when you are stuck and you are just a rigid person, nobody wants to mingle with you.
Yes.
Because there's nothing to learn from you.
That's true. And do you know the communication part of it that you said? That actually struck me because that's true. Eventually, when you stay away without talking to your spouse for weeks and days, it makes the lady to get used to not talking to you. And for me as a woman, then I'll start thinking, I'll start losing trust in that relationship because I'll think if this man can go 1 week, 2 weeks without talking to me, one day this man can just walk out of my life and not come back. And because of that, I start building a wall around my heart and myself, like preparing myself for the worst that when this man needs to go, I start having plan B. And when I mean start having plan B is I start engaging myself with other things that would make me happy, that would occupy my time, maybe going out with my friends, calling my friends all the time, just to later when the man not even talk to me 3 days I don't miss you anymore. Unlike before that I'll be calling and texting, babe, I'm sorry now, even when I know I'm not the one at fault. But then I'm not used to, I don't miss you anymore. And
this is my advice for you, everybody watching me all over the world. Never give your spouse, your wife, your fiancé, your girlfriend an opportunity to have plan B. What I mean is this: always occupy them. Don't give them the opportunity to. So even if you can miss them, you don't call them. Don't let it linger more than 24 hours. I'm still repeating. Everything might not be called. At least text. I just want to check on you. The person, that woman will know. You have her in mind.
Yeah.
They always don't let that text linger too much. That it's always text. Back it up with action and call. And even you might even do surprise. That one even it will reignite the love.
Or just send money.
Money. Just send money that you know what?
Unexpected money.
I'm coming.
You can just reply that. Check your bank account. I am still upset with you, but use that to just get anything for yourself.
Yeah.
The lady will come, baby. You know what, guys? That's going to be end for today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, guys, for watching up to this stage. I really appreciate that. But that's going to be end for today. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? All you have to do is just press on that subscription button below and the notification bell so you can always get notified anytime I post a video. And I hope to see you again next week. Bye.